Hello everyone. Today's video, it might come as a bit of a shock actually, but today's video is about people in Thailand and in Pattaya that are close to destitution, maybe living rough or living very poorly here in Thailand. It is reported that currently there is in excess of 300 that are living in the Pattaya area that are in this condition of having little or no money to survive. They say that when you roll the problem out to Bangkok and the north of Thailand and to the south of Thailand, the numbers are considerably more. And it's a very, very serious problem, not only for the people, but also for Thai immigration and Thai police, and probably also, I would imagine, the various consulates around that get caught up in this problem. There are some charitable workers that are working to help these people where they can. Here in Pattaya, there seems to be a congregation of homeless and people in a very poor condition in Jomtien, actually, and there is a charitable organization, a Thai charitable organization, working to try and assist. And in extreme cases where it's serious, they are trying to, they can give accommodation and food to people that they take off the streets, but only for 15 days. If they do it for longer than 15 days, they themselves are then breaking the law. I'd just like to play this clip to you. It's 10 years old, this clip, and I didn't realize until I was doing the research for this that it even existed back then. And I think you'll be quite surprised at this also.
The Chon Foundation was founded in 1996 and specializes in improving the quality of life of homeless residents in Thailand, including providing educational services and healthcare needs. It reported earlier in September that many homeless Westerners separated from their Thai wives and were kicked out of their own homes. Since their property was bought in their Thai wives' names, they cannot legally fight to stay. In other cases, homeless foreigners suffer from mental illnesses or from drug or alcohol abuse, said the foundation. Shelter volunteers from Ban Mit Maitri of Pattaya, located in the popular beach town known for its sex industry, walked the streets on Tuesday looking for anyone needing assistance.
I need to go home for health. I know that. I need to go home for health. But I like it here because I've got many friends here around me, now. Many friends. I'm not sure what I want anymore.
Quinn has been living on the streets of Pattaya for over 2 years. The fee for a foreigner overstaying their visa in Thailand is $16 a day with a maximum penalty of $630. Shelter volunteers say many cannot afford to pay. The law states that shelters cannot assist homeless people living in Thailand illegally unless it is an emergency. Under those conditions, they can be housed for 15 days. Most of the homeless foreigners overstay their visa, so they are here illegally. And since they're illegal, and if we help them, that means we're breaking the law too. But for humanitarian reasons, we take care of them as needed. Many of the homeless survive by begging or asking friends for money. One North Carolina native, who has a brother living in New York City, says his wife threw him out of home and he has no plans to return.
It's a lot less stress here, and I'm more comfortable here than I am back home. I don't have to worry about gunshots and all this crazy stuff like this, and I'm just comfortable here.
43-year-old Toynes Yalta de Jong from the Netherlands, who also sleeps on the streets, has a similar story. De Jong says he cannot go back to his native Holland because his Thai wife and children are in Thailand. The Ministry of Tourism and Sports says over 22 million tourists visited Thailand in 2012, setting a new record. Thailand has a continuous increase of Western retirees settling permanently in the country because of its hot climate and low living costs.
So that's the way it is. Disease, malnutrition, depression, all take their effect on the people concerned. And it's no surprise that we're seeing suicide rates going up everywhere amongst expats in various parts of the country, particularly here in Pattaya, actually, where they still reckon it's now gone up from the one a week to that was joining the Pattaya Flying Club and leaving the balconies of their condos, etc. So the question it must be asked, why do we, when I say we, expats and foreigners, why do we get ourselves in this situation? Well, actually the reasons are very few and very common amongst the majority. And we're just going to have a look at them reasons now. And hopefully this might serve as a bit of a warning bell for those that are beginning to go down that slippery slope or are indeed thinking about coming to Thailand and maybe want to give it some more severe thought before they actually venture out and come here. So let's talk about the reasons. I guess it all starts with the first visit to Thailand. Pattaya in particular, the sin city of the world. Newcomers coming here can be completely overwhelmed with the party life. All these beautiful ladies wanting to get your attention. These girls are masters of the trade. For sure, they are all looking to earn money. But if they can get a regular customer, all the better. And if they come across the right guy, then maybe something more long-term would be of interest. Older guys not so interested in the party life can still be enticed towards a relationship, short-term or long-term. It is not only the bar girls that are on the lookout for the right guy, it can happen anywhere. The first problem is that they are cultures apart. Neither really understands the other's outlook on life, then there is language barriers. Many times these couples really can only communicate in the bedroom. And the big difference is that the guys coming here can read too much into the intimacy and what that means. Whereas their partner considers it just a way of life, something that people do. I have seen this so much, guys going head over heels with a lady he does not know. He cannot communicate in any real sense and he does not understand her, yet he is falling for her. On the other, the lady may have several relationships going on with foreigners. Some may be supporting her from afar, waiting for their next holiday. Many have Thai boyfriends that the lady might support. It is what they do not know about each other that causes the problems eventually. So the holiday progresses. The man gets more and more emotionally involved, and the lady can see that and knows how to lead the situation. Maybe asking him for a gold bangle, a ring, or a necklace. If she sees that he has good money, a motorbike might be an alternative. Wanting to impress her, he can buy what she wants. Clothes, handbags, whatever. Girls are girls and love shopping. As the holiday comes to a close, the departure is imminent. Dread of leaving then comes into play, so much so that I have seen guys coming for 2 weeks and staying here for 6. That's quite common, and anyone else that has experienced that, let me know. Then there are others who do not want to go back at all. So for a lot of guys, Pattaya and Thailand have now become an addiction. So we can see how things can happen here and people get ensnared. The relationships continue for a period. Some go wrong quickly, others can go on for years before they collapse, but all can have serious effects, with both emotions and consequences coming into play. But I think a large problem for many here can be relationship breakdowns. When this happens, some guys have burned all their bridges, and in Thailand, there have been nothing they own in their own name, sometimes not even a bank account. Maybe they should be making a move to get out of Thailand while they still can. Sadly, many stay till it's too late, believing they can recover the situation. Next problem, drink and drugs. These alone can destroy people. Life here is so good, they have to drink heavily every day, or they get involved in the various drugs that are going around. They are also the cause of many relationship breakdowns because the girls here are the same as anywhere. If they're in a relationship, they want it to be a good relationship, and sometimes alcohol and drugs prevent that. Next in line are financial difficulties. Many leading a lifestyle that they cannot afford. Very common problems: outplaying all the time, spending more than what is coming in. Never works. The other issue, which is a big issue, are health issues. It's a very common problem. People start having health problems here in Thailand as they're living here. Problem is, many don't have any health insurance, or indeed they're too old that they cannot get it at a price that they can afford it, which is very common too here. You know, similar to a friend of mine, he could not afford the insurance, and he always used to tell me that if he got seriously ill in Thailand, he would get on a plane and go back to the UK. Or he was sensible about it. He said, if it's too serious, an accident or something, then he will top himself here in Thailand. And I understood what he was saying, and I believe he really meant it. The problem was that sitting in his car at traffic lights in Pattaya Thailand one afternoon, he had a massive heart attack. But fortunately, some Thai waiting to cross the road saw him in difficulties, pulled him out of his car, got the emergency involved, and he was in hospital within a few minutes, and they revived him. The problem being, it cost more than 3 million bahts to revive him. And unfortunately, to pay for that, his family had to sell the house. So they were left with nothing either. And that would have been a big problem if he knew that had happened. And the other sad about it was 6 months after he got out of hospital, he died from cancer. So it was not a lucky end to his life. So let's conclude this video. If you are here in Thailand and you are having some problems, think about dealing with them before they become too great and they get out of control. Really think about this aspect. If you're thinking of settling here, do it sensibly. Keep control of what you're doing at all times. Don't let something go hard and the brain go soft. That's what happens to too many people. Do not start handing over your assets to people you don't know, and don't. You might think they're wonderful people and you can trust them, etc. Big mistake many have made. Think about the future and think what could go wrong. Even the worst experience that you can think of, what's most unlikely. Think about if it happened, what would you do? Have a plan, have an escape plan. That's important. Know how you're going to deal with any emergencies that come up. Don't end up living in the coconut bar. The coconut bar is the name that many people here give to Pattaya Central Beach, the coconut bar, because all the freelancing girls that stand along there wanting to engage in conversation with passing tourists and foreigners. You know, I know life can be very good here in Pattaya, and in fact, I experience that every single day, and I'm very thankful for that. And if you're going to come to Thailand, I hope you also get that opportunity to have a long and enjoyable life here. But nobody knows the future. Nobody knows what the future holds. Think about it and try to provide for whatever the future holds for you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.